Thank you for tuning in to Sinspiration Podcast. My name is Cynthia Serra-Neves, mindset coach, online entrepreneur, blogger, and now a podcaster. My goal is to inspire and encourage digital entrepreneurs and to help women conquer self-doubt and capitalize on their talents to take them to the next level. Building your ideal life and putting yourself out in the world takes guts, but you don't have to do it alone. We're much better together. So sprinkle a little Sinspiration on your Monday. It'll make it the sweetest time of the week. Hey. Today's a short episode. I just want to dive a little bit into gratitude and the things we forget to be grateful for. So bear with me and let's dive into this. First, I'll start with this quote from Epicurus. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Sometimes we get so caught up pursuing the next big thing that we forget to pause and appreciate the things we have and the things we've experienced, learned, and achieved along the way. In other words, we forget to give thanks continuously for all things. Since every step we have taken has led us to where we are and all things have contributed to our development, when we finally do pause to give thanks, we try to include all things in our gratitude. So that's what I want to reflect on today. A few quick reminders about some things you too likely forget to be grateful for. Number 1, the unique privilege of being you. You are one of a kind. You're lucky enough to have something that makes you different from everyone else. Embrace your individuality. Self-worth comes from one thing: thinking you are worthy. So appreciate what it feels like underneath your own skin. You're amazing just the way you are. Too many days are wasted comparing ourselves to others and wishing to be someone or something we aren't. Every one of us has our own strengths and weaknesses, and it is only when you accept everything you are and aren't that you will truly find the happiness and fulfillment you seek. Be grateful for every single experience that led you to today. Life isn't about a single moment of great triumph and attainment. It's about the trials and errors that get you there, the blood, sweat, and tears, the small inconsequential things you do every day. It all matters in the end. Every step, every regret, every decision, and every affliction. The seemingly useless happenings add up to something. The minimum wage job you had in high school, the evenings you spent socializing with co-workers you never see anymore, the hours spent without thoughts on a personal blog that no one reads, contemplations about elaborate future plans that never came to be, all those lonely nights spent reading novels and news columns and comic strips and fashion magazines and questioning your own principles on life and sex and religion and whether or not you're good enough just the way you are. All of this has strengthened you. All of this has led you to every success you've ever had. All of this has made you who you are today. Be grateful for what your daily struggles are teaching you. Challenges are what make life interesting. Working to overcome them is what gives life meaning. Failure and struggles keep you humble. Success and achievement keep you glowing, but only faith and determination keeps you going. So stay focused and celebrate your efforts too, not just your outcomes. Remember that the opposite of failing is not succeeding. The opposite of failing is trying. Your daily efforts are what make it all possible. Appreciate what they teach you, even when they don't lead you to an ideal outcome. Be grateful for the gift of now. In between all your goals, priorities, obligations, and everything else that might appear on one of your upcoming to-do lists, there are moments called life that still have to be lived and enjoyed. The trick is to make the very best of now and value it for what it's worth. In other words, don't wish all your time away by waiting for better times ahead. Smile right now because you can. A great book to read is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you haven't read this one already, I strongly recommend it. Be grateful for the way every moment is a new beginning. If you feel stressed and stuck, let go. Take a deep breath and appreciate the fact that this moment is a new beginning. Stop thinking about what might have been and starting looking at what can be. Right now is a perfect time to start over. This moment is a brand new opportunity to rebuild what you truly want. There are 3 little words that can release you from what your past struggles and regrets and guide you forward to a positive new beginning. These words are from now on. And now fill the blanks. Be grateful for the familiar faces, places, and situations you rely on daily. As Cynthia Ossick once said, when often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. Have you ever noticed that the more familiar you become with an amazing person, a beautiful place, or an ideal situation in your life, the more you seem to take it for granted? It's like you somehow believe life is supposed to be this way, like it won't ever change. And most of the time, all the maintenance of these wonderful things need is a little time, attention, and deliberate appreciation. So how often do you pause to appreciate your life and everyone and everything in it? How often do you stop dead in your tracks and think, wow, thank you? Be grateful for your body. In other words, if you got sick today, you can recover. Never underestimate the gift of your health. It's the greatest wealth you will ever own. It's the foundation for every chance at happiness and success life has to offer. Your body is the only place you will truly ever live. Respect your body, eat well, sleep well, breathe deeply, move harmoniously daily. Be grateful for the fact that you're online listening or reading this. Not only are you wealthy enough to be online right now, but you can hear and read too. Believe it or not, only about 1/3 of the world's population has access to internet. And even crazier than that, there are roughly 774 million people in the world who aren't educated enough to read. You're one of the lucky ones. Afterthoughts. We all have a whole lot to be grateful for. So at the end of the day, before you close your eyes, smile and be happy with where you've been and grateful for what you have experienced and overcome. Life is rarely perfect, but it's always pretty darn good. Now your turn. What would you add to the list? And what do you sometimes forget to be grateful for?
Thank you for listening to Sinspiration Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and were able to find something useful to help you on your journey reaching your dreams. Dive into the show notes for this episode and all past episodes at www.sinspiration.com. If you love the show, share it with your friends. You can rate, review on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And I'd love to hear from you. So if you have any comments or want to share any aha moments you had during the show, please follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Sinspiration, or simply email me your questions, or if you want me to do an episode on a specific topic, at cynthia@sinspiration.com.